I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Footballer magazine. Today I'm joined by SMOSH Westlake's co-captain Lyndon Parham from Division 2, and he's going to do our weekly roundup. So we'll just go through the results from the weekend. St Peter's Old Collegians got over Foss Camden by 2 points. Old Ignatians had a close win over Portland by 11 points. Gaza also had a close win over Sacred Heart Old Collegians by 2 points. Modbury had a huge win over Scotch Old Collegians by 100 points. And Broadview unfortunately got over SMOSH Westlakes by 94 points. Obviously a pretty disappointing result.
Yeah, pretty disappointing. We've struggled all year, really. And, you know, we do our best week by week to get up and about, and we just keep working towards taking small steps to just seeing that improvement week to week. We've lost a lot of players. We're a young team. And when you've been around long enough, you see those cycles of being promoted, being relegated, and it might just be our turn to ride that bottom of the wave before we can go up again and play some good footy.
Who were some of your better performers on the day, even though it was a disappointing result?
I think what's good to see is a lot of our young guys are really performing well, whether they're the Eagles players or some 20 to 22-year-old age brackets. So you've got the Moore boys, Darcy Ginniver, who son of the great man, is playing really good footy. Just all the young guys. My brother Taylor's playing well on the wing, Ryan Atkins. So that's really good to see that we've got that depth in the young talent. And now it's time for a lot of the older senior players to step up, and hopefully that'll be enough to get us over the line a few more games.
Yeah. Obviously having a pretty difficult season. What are some of the smaller goals you set yourselves now?
I think it's about playing towards team structures and being just. It's hard to get up and about, and for some of the older players I think it might be a bit easier because we've been around and seen the highs and the lows, and I think what's really important is that we just get our mind right every game, and win, lose or draw, if we can hold our head high at the end of the game, play some good footy, have that self-belief that we can win a couple of quarters, sooner or later we're going to string together 3 quarters, 4 quarters, and we'll turn some of those 5-goal losses into 5-goal wins, I'm sure of that.
Okay, we'll have a look at next week's games. If I can just get a tip from you on each game. St Peter's Old Collegians take on Gaza out at Caterer Oval.
Just because it's at St Peter's, it's a really tough deck to play on. Gazer's a good side, and on their day they can win, but I'm going to tip St Peter's.
Okay, Modbury take on Foss Camden. Obviously Modbury had a huge win on the weekend.
Yeah, no question, Modbury, they're the best team we've played against. I think they were unlucky not to go up to Div 1 last year. I think they'll just be too good.
Yep. Portland take on Broadview.
We played Broadview. They were a pretty polished unit. I think they surprised us a little bit. We definitely thought that was a game we could pinch at the start of the day. Broadview, I think, will be too good for Portland.
Yeah. And Sacred Heart Old Collegians take on Old Ignatians.
Another tough game to call. I like to say Old Ignatians, but just once again, home team, I reckon Sacred Heart.
Yeah. And you've got a home game against Scotch Old Collegians, SMOSH Westlakes versus Scotch Old Collegians. You'll obviously be hoping to get a victory this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's more than hoping. You've got to go into each game with that expectation to win, and like with us, once again, whether it's the youth, the inexperience, and that only develops with time. I think you've got to go in with the right mindset, and we'll be looking towards next week as a real opportunity to jag that first win of the season. So yeah, we're going to smosh in an upset.
Okay. What are some of the things you need to work on to obviously create that upset?
I think building that excitement and that voice. When we're up and about, we're so good. We're really, really good. We're an exciting team to watch. We take the game on. So I think it's when you get 1 or 2 goals kicked against you to stop that run and to just fake it till you make it. Just manufacture that excitement and keep it rolling. A lot of the young guys, they struggle to really just turn it on like a switch, and I think that's one thing. And the other thing is definitely skills. We're trying to. We've gone away from our game plan from the last few years, which was quite successful under our last coach, and we're definitely more of a possession football team now. So skills are important. We get killed on turnover. Yeah.
Has the year given you a chance to at least do a little bit of experimenting and play a few players that maybe haven't got opportunities in the past?
Oh, definitely. For the first year in a long time, I'm out of the ruck and I'm up forward, and I'm enjoying that. Let's hope it comes down a bit cleaner and a bit more often. Our ruckman at the moment, Matt Harper, he was a C grader last year, ends up winning the best and fairest. Now he's performing really well in the A's. every week it seems people are in his ear about who he's playing against, a real good ruckman, blah blah blah, and he just does a number on them every week. So that's just one example of someone who's just really stepped up. We've had one player who played his 100th game a couple of weeks ago, and he was captain of the C grade. So it's good to unearth that talent, and it's good to see everyone getting their opportunity if they're performing well.
Okay, thank you, Lyndon. I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Football magazine. Today I've been joined by SMOSH Westlake's co-captain Lyndon Parham, and he's done our weekly roundup for Division 2.